I got a black ski mask, but I don't ski, but I snowboard, dash an MC off peaks. If one of you try buy.
Wow, what do we have
What
here?
do we have here?
Oh my
boys.
God.
It really is a cakes and candles.
Clifford is wearing a suit. I am wearing a suit.
You have put on proper shoes for the first time.
Yeah. Kenneth is wearing something.
Can show your kicks, bro.
What are those? Are those Air Forces?
Nah, they don't have holes.
Nah, okay, that's some.
It's
Are
fake
those
ass.
court vision? This is court visions or something. Or what?
Bro, just Nehal, come on.
KR Market he bought it from.
Nehal is looking dapper.
It's a very special episode. I
It's
must
a
say.
very
okay,
special
okay,
episode,
okay.
but
Very special.
why, guys?
But
But
why?
Who
Maybe
is
'cause-
this man?
Maybe that's because there's
Hey.
a special guest.
Wow.
The special guest, guys. Shimon's favorite
Amazing.
Undercity member. My dad. Can we just give a
Pops.
Pops,
We call him
welcome
Pops.
to
We call him Pops.
Undercity Pops.
David,
Undercity's
aka
Pops.
Pops.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you guys call him Pops and he's actually my dad. So I get a little
He's all
jealous.
of our dads.
He's
It's
a little
all-
jealous sometimes because you
He's
know
Undercity's
this
dad,
one
bro.
time we went for like a wedding. It was Shahzad's like someone's wedding and this thing, and all of us went for the wedding. And then I was going. Shahzad asked my dad to come. Okay. And I'm like, bro, he's. what do you think? Like, why is he just gonna come through? And my dad said this and pissed me off, bro. Like, why won't I come? All of my 10 sons are gonna be there.
Oh, hey.
And I'm just like, what? Suddenly, all this.
So all like 18 years, 18, 19 years is just like equivalent. Bro.
Yeah. He's known you guys for. I mean, he has known you guys, but now just because what the podcast for a year now, you've been speaking.
That
to them,
really
but
says more
suddenly-
about you than it does us, bro. Like,
Yeah, Pa, who is your favorite Undercity member, Pa?
Favorite Undercity member would be Shimon.
No, not to mention I'm in the list.
His son is on the
I'm on the list.
Wait, give me a reason. Why?
Yeah, like
Shimon?
what?
Wait,
What's
Shimon's
like
off cam by the way.
Just like that.
Just like that.
No, yeah,
just-
but this is an
There
episode.
must be a reason.
No, I just like the way he's quite mature.
Shimon's crying, bro.
Tears of happiness.
Yeah,
bro.
let him
Go on. Yeah,
He's quite matured.
yeah.
He's quite, his thinking is very different compared to the rest of you guys.
You just made him feel like that alpha bull.
No, but
You know, like,
in what? Okay, you know what?
Fair.
Let's move on. So, Pops has been around from the very first episode.
Yeah.
So, Pa, I want you to talk about how your experience is when we first started off.
I think we should give a little context before Bob starts talking.
Context.
So
He's my
context
dad.
no. So when we started, he was the
We
cameras.
wouldn't have started.
Yeah, we wouldn't have started. Like the
Basically.
cameras you're watching this on is thanks to credits to Pops.
Yeah.
And this was way back when we started in John's like
Terrace.
the
Shed.
the
Yeah.
shed. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And then
It was
Pops-
his storage room.
Yeah, it was it was Pop's storage room. That's where we
Yeah.
started. And then I think Pop would see us like every day we come down and bro, like we'd finish an episode. We'd finish an episode for y'all, but like the real episode started when we were
Yeah,
down, bro.
yeah.
The real episode started when we were down. So
Yeah.
Pop's been through a lot with us.
So,
Pops,
Pa, tell
how's it
us,
been?
How's it been?
How's the progression?
It's been really nice. It's been really nice to see where you guys started and where you are right now.
Yeah. I mean, just look at there's a random bulb hanging off a rope. Bro. Like it's really like
There are
has a
plants
coat on.
around us.
yeah, yeah. So-
you guys just used to pick up random topics when you used to come
Mm.
to my place. There's nothing, pretty much planned.
Oh.
You just come there, sit, start talking, and then pick up the conversation from there. And
Mm-hmm.
it was really nice. I mean, that's the real nostalgia for you guys.
Yeah, no, that set, everyone misses that set. Like, you guys miss that set more than like anything because I go on the Discord server, join the Discord, please, and it's like everyone just says, bro, now you guys are not relatable. But I don't understand what they mean. But like,
What was relatable about the story?
the
Cobwebs.
No, literally, we have to come on to the set, clean the table for like half an hour, and then the
bro.
dust will come back
And
in
then-
10 seconds.
And then wow, some salesman, bro, some fruit
Vendor,
seller.
yeah.
yeah,
oh my
so some
God.
festival will be going
Some
on.
festival, some
Planes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so-
Guys, thankfully this is not Pops calling
Cake.
this
yeah, this is
time.
not-
Cakes
yeah,
and
this
ca-
so who
You
is,
have to make a compilation,
wait,
bro.
so who is it then?
cakes and candles.
Afsal.
Is he wishing you cakes and candles?
Hello.
Are you inside?
Yeah.
Open it, no?
Ah?
Afsal's come.
Afzal's
Just see
come.
Pops. Let's.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So this gets paused, does it?
No,
No.
it just
Edit,
keeps
edit.
going.
Hey,
Yeah, mid
wow.
shoot, bro.
Hey, Afsal.
Yeah, Afsal.
We gotta keep this in. We gotta keep this in. We gotta keep
mid shoot. Okay, you're shooting, huh? Okay. This comes. But no, I feel like that set is never going to be top, bro. When it comes to
When
the
it,
fact that
yeah, when it comes to bro, like we begin, bro,
begin.
Wow.
Wow.
Happy Palm
In the
Sunday.
beginning of
Happy
the
Palm Sunday. Happy Easter. This will come out after Easter.
Oh,
Really?
actually, happy
Yeah,
Easter,
yeah,
guys.
happy Easter,
Wow.
guys.
happy Easter.
Lovely.
No,
Good
but
Friday.
Good Friday.
Pa, what I want to know is, did you, why did you want to help us out with the podcast?
Mm.
Because I saw you guys had some potential in you.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, you wanted to start something uh, different. You wanted to do something different. So I thought the best thing to do is encourage you guys, because it comes to cameras, when it comes to lighting and other things. So I had all the stuff with me,
Right.
you know, and shooting in a place like you're used to shoot on the terrace,
Mm.
in the shed, that you won't find in happening in many places.
Yeah. I don't think no other
I
podcast.
think no, no. I
Yeah.
think the joy we had in that
Yeah.
It's
terrace,
different,
no,
bro.
it
It's
was very
different.
different for
Back then
us.
there was no ego also.
Some
Now
eagle comes, eagle starts flying, aeroplane starts
No, no,
flying.
no.
Oh my
The day we
goodness.
changed the angle of the table, right?
Yeah.
We were like,
Wow.
wow.
Oh yeah.
Changed
a
our
time.
whole life.
Full life
What was the
changed.
first?
The
First
first
was
angle
like
was
this.
there was a table and all
Right,
five
all
of us
five.
used to sit.
I,
And there
you
was
know
one
what? I
camera,
really
right?
miss that
One
format,
cam.
dude.
Bro,
I
one
really
cam,
miss
One
that.
one
cam,
cam.
I
that's
really
Now
miss
there's
that
one
format.
here.
We have 3 cams,
There's
2 cameramen.
150 watts just on us.
250 or
Two
250?
150 watt
So
bulbs.
300 watts.
Nah, can please shut up.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like back then we were in our real like
Element.
element.
Yeah,
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 now
yeah.
it's like
I really miss the sitting in the
yeah,
same
shoulder
line.
to shoulder.
I think yeah.
If Afsal was there, I'd be like, yeah, so
No,
this
like,
is
For like 5 of
Nah,
us
nah,
just
nah.
in a
I had
row.
to sit like this, adjust my arm.
yeah,
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 And
yeah.
thing is, bro, like there's 3 guys here. Like if you're shitting on the third guy, it's like and then you just like hide.
now
Yeah.
when there's silence, there's just be
It's just,
silent.
it's actually silent. There's no aeroplane. There's no salute, bro. Remember we used to salute the airplane.
Yeah, there's nothing to
Yeah, like pops,
nothing
like
to do
literally,
right now.
the airplanes used to take off, and it used to be so loud in the mic because we used to do the editing,
Yeah.
and you could just hear like the.
And now Shimon and Afsal have a
You,
chair.
you
and
guys
all.
were actually lucky because the airport, shifted from the old airport.
Yeah.
Had
Mm.
the old airport been functional, you'd have
Gone.
been, you'd have had a flight every probably 90 seconds flying over that place.
No Undercity.
No Undercity.
You are
That's
Undercity only.
crazy.
It'll be Undercity only.
Literally. But I feel like the reason why we wanted our dad, my dad,
Our
the reason
dad.
the
Our
reason
dad,
why I
Bro
wanted
said
my
our
dad
dad.
to come on for an episode is because every time we'd finish an episode, we'd come back down to our living room and we'd speak for like 2 hours about
Yeah.
random things. So I just feel like we're just gonna try our best to emulate that.
Emulate that.
Because if we get that through, then this episode's a real slapper.
Yeah, I feel like Pops, like the way he supported all this, it's like very different. Like normally parents would be like, it's a distraction, right? Because we just started college. Academics is important.
I wanted to change college.
He wanted to change college.
wanted to
This guy was doing engineering at the time, if I'm not wrong. He changed college. Yeah, like it's a lot of parents were like, no, it's such a huge distraction. Even like our viewers, their parents have that opinion of us. So like, how come that didn't cross your mind?
It did cross my mind, but then something else also which I have grown up with. You need to be street smart. College is something that will end for you guys probably in a few months.
It ended for
Ended.
it.
It's over.
It ended for you guys, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to end for the rest of you in a few months.
Yeah.
Then what? Then what's next? Because everyone goes to college.
Mhm.
So you guys need to stand out in society. So how are you guys going to
Okay.
stand out?
So you're
If
saying that-
everyone is going to go there, just like the Three Idiots movie. It's just a factory. See, college is doing it for their benefit. It's not. They're not doing it for your benefit.
Oh, that
Every
is a
college-
Oh, that okay.
Every college wants X number of students. So when you started going to college, when I was going to college, there was just one session per day, right? Now college is broken up into 3 sessions per day.
oh, like
Or
batches,
maybe
morning
two
batches.
batches.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you have a morning batch. I've never heard of anyone going to college at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So you have a morning batch, you have an afternoon batch, you have an evening batch. It becomes like a factory. You have a first shift, you have a second shift, you have a third shift. So they maximize. It's just like a movie theater.
But my
First show,
dad's
second
saying
show,
this,
third
bro, it's
show.
crazy.
So
First show, second show, third show.
so
Oh my
he's
goodness.
basically running the same movie,
Yeah.
right? 3 times a day or 4 times a day. So he's maximizing that space. That's exactly what the college is doing. You guys have been to college, right? if you actually sit back and think, what have you really learnt in college? Right?
I'm blank, bro.
Bro, I-
What have you really learnt in college? You'll be really
Trigonometry.
surprised at what you've really
That's I'm sure.
come out with. Right?
Yeah.
You've gone in with X amount of knowledge, right? You've come out of college, maybe another top up another 5%, 10%. That's it. The rest of it you learn on the way.
Yeah.
You don't learn it from college. You learn it with experience.
So
College
Have you heard
teaches
about how
you.
my dad got into the field he's in right now?
no, please.
College basically teaches you guys what they want to input into you, not
Mhm.
what you need to survive in the world.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
What you need to survive in the world, you learn when you are in the world, not in that
Mhm.
fairy tale environment. Nothing ever happens there. So the reason why I was very, insistent on Jonty and you guys doing this podcast was I wanted you to stand out. You need to stand out.
Mhm.
And the guys who really stood out are not the guys who went to college.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It really doesn't matter whether you got 99% or you got 98%, you got 95%. When you go to the world,
You got it spot on.
when you
Just
go to
spat
the
on his
world, it
face.
doesn't really matter. No, I've
Yeah.
got 99%, I've got 95%, I've got 60%. So what?
60%.
Yo,
pointed
bro,
at
So
you.
what?
So what?
It doesn't really matter.
still
You've
hurts.
just finished that course,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've just completed it. You've got a certificate to say, yes, I've completed it.
Right.
It really doesn't matter. That competition exists only in your classroom.
Mm.
Only when you're sitting in class. Actually, that doesn't even happen in college. That happens in your, when you're doing your 10th standard.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
really
yeah.
drum it
Mhm.
into you, and then you realize I'm not even using 20% of it in the real world.
That's
I mean,
Yeah.
algebra. Seriously?
Seriously?
Who would ever think of using algebra? I
He
mean,
hasn't
where
used
would
it
you
in his
use
life.
algebra?
Yeah.
Bro.
You would never think of
Yeah.
using algebra in the real world.
Yeah.
And if you want to, refer something from history, sure you take out your Google.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
algebra also that AI. Bro, like,
yeah.
yeah.
So things are changing. So you need to have some skill set which set you apart from the rest of the guys
Mhm.
in your age group.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
telling we need to do something that helps us stand out in society.
Yeah.
So then how does it work that colleges churn out these products, right? They churn out products like us, and then companies somehow still see value in us. Like, how does that work? Because if there's so many of us, there shouldn't be much value, right?
There isn't much value. So companies come and they don't pick you out or don't pick you out. It's just like, I feel like, okay, I like his t-shirt, I'll pick him out. All
that
you
how it
guys are
works?
all you guys are equally qualified.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's look at it like this. All you guys are equally qualified. I'm looking at picking out two people. So why would I, favor any one of you?
When you take interviews, you look at like
Of course, when I
the
take
t-shirt
interviews,
pops.
no, I present them with a real life scenario,
Okay.
okay.
right?
Mhm.
I've taken thousands of interviews.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I've taken thousands of interviews, and yes, everyone is qualified, but that doesn't certify that you can do the job.
Okay.
Being qualified doesn't guarantee me that you'll be able to do the job, right? It's just a qualification on paper, but how do I know whether you'll be able to do the job?
Hmm. But then, do you look at the whole thing where, like, in school, they'll prep us like the first thing an interviewer looks at is your shoes, and then all that.
See, those are all theoretical assumptions,
Okay.
right? Today's interviewer, if you look at the real guys who are looking at interviewing you guys, or interviewing anyone for that matter, for any job, right? They're looking at experience. Even for a domestic help,
Yeah,
won't hire a
would-
fresher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domestic help.
Even for a
wouldn't hire
domestic
Nikki.
help, you
Yeah.
won't hire a
Yeah.
fresher. Even
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah.
security guard, you're not looking at a fresher.
Yes.
So why would anyone look at a fresher among you guys?
Yeah, I mean, makes sense because we're doing just basic Excel.
Yeah.
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 So how would a college help you to get into an interview? Probably they take you to the door, but whether they let you in is a different.
That's what I
It's a
keep
different
saying.
story.
That's what I keep telling you. Like, it's like the degree is like your
Yeah.
ticket into the interview, and then after that, it's just based off who they think you are as a person.
But why do you work so hard for that ticket?
Because that's what your parents have put you through. I mean, that's what I have put him through, right?
Mhm.
Because you need to have some formal education
Yeah.
Yeah.
to back your name, right?
Right. To be taken
To
seriously.
be taken
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
But that really doesn't help you to get anywhere.
Okay.
It's just like a formality.
It's just exactly, just like a formality.
Literal paperwork.
Literally
Little
just like
Valuable and not valuable at the same time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just like
There was a very nice quote which I would like to share with you guys. So
Okay.
Go on, go on. Quote
I'm
of the
Come
day.
on,
waiting for
come
this.
on,
it's
come
not
on.
a quote.
I'm
I mean,
waiting.
it's like been put into my head several times by one of my ex bosses.
Yeah.
Who was I think he was a fifth standard dropout.
Okay.
One Mr. Said Berry.
So I know he's very successful.
From Berry's real estate. Okay, so I learned real estate from him.
Hmm.
So he used to always tell me, the guys who study too much always end up working for somebody else. The guys who haven't studied take the risk.
Hmm.
You look at the guys who have degrees, blah blah blah. They always end up working for somebody. They never do anything on their own.
Yeah.
You look at success stories. You look at Steve Jobs. He's not a graduate. He's not a highly qualified person, right?
Mm.
Look, just take an example of these guys. They are guys who take the risk. They are not afraid to take the
Yeah.
risk.
They either get there and they drop out.
Yeah.
Like Mark Zuckerberg and all those guys.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
take a risk. See, many of us are afraid to take a risk because we have a lot to lose. These
Yeah.
guys have nothing to lose. So either I, make it or I break it.
Yeah.
So let me take it.
High risk, high reward.
High risk, high
So
reward.
all these
Bro, the
guys,
rhymes, bro.
all these guys, all the guys who are, people who you know, people who you will get to know, highly qualified people are always ending up working with for somebody else.
They
Yeah.
know too much.
They know too much.
They know
And
too
it
much.
below their dignity to, start
Yeah.
something on their own. Why
Yeah.
should I start something
They
on
can't
my
take
own?
the shame, right? Because
take the
it comes with a lot of persecution.
It's like you get this
shame.
master's degree, people expect you to make 13 LPA immediately. But then if you start something on your own, it's not going to be like that.
I mean, like I'm talking about like Jeff Bezos. Bro, have you seen the picture of
Oh, yeah,
Amazon.com
yeah.
written in
The
like,
shed,
it's written with a
Garage.
paint
spray
can,
painted.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, at that time you'd look at like no, bro, the internet just came out. Nobody would look
yeah.
at him and be like, bro, yes, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Like nobody wanted him. Like
Yeah.
nobody wanted to do what he was doing.
Used to send books.
Yeah, he used to sell books. Like
Used to
why
sell
would I
books.
go there? There's a library.
Yeah.
Why would I go to you?
Yeah. No, I think my dad is speaking from experience because what he studied and what he ended up doing
Was completely
Completely
different.
different.
Yeah, was
Mhm.
completely different. Yes, I worked in the segment which I studied in. That was the entertainment. I was into
Event management.
event
Okay,
management. But then that's like walking the tightrope. When you walk the tightrope, you are bound to fall. You can't walk the tightrope forever.
So context, my
succeed.
dad used to do sound engineering and used to
Mhm.
set up like
Yeah.
the sound system for these huge concerts for like huge
He has
artists.
such a crazy sound system.
Bro, yeah.
Such an
Bro,
audiophile, pops.
expensive,
No,
bro.
he used to tell me that he used to get paid to go clubbing
Yeah.
back when he was our age because he used to
I used to get paid to go clubbing, but then it sounds very exciting. Yeah, this guy
Uh-huh.
gets paid to go clubbing, but the amount of pressure on that used to be on me, you really never end up enjoying it
How is it like?
because the whole onus is on you. The everything is on you. If
Uh,
any system fails, if there is a short circuit, if something
Anything.
blows up, then
It's over.
yeah, it's ruined.
yeah.
So you need to be able to take the the blame for it.
Mm-hmm.
And this blame is not because of you. It's dependent on so many other factors.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
There
it
could
it's
be a
falls on
power
you,
surge.
so like you
There
can't
could be a
help
power
it.
surge.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So many things could happen. You're dealing with electricity. You're dealing with electronics. So it's dependent on so many factors.
So right, you were a sound engineer.
But
got paid.
one thing cap though, he says he was going for all this. He got paid to get club and all that. But he tells me that throughout this entire process, he didn't have a single drink.
No,
Bro,
the
come
reason
on.
is the reason
Wow.
being.
Wait,
No,
let's
I'll tell
listen-
you.
I
I'll
wanna
tell you the
listen to the
reason
reason.
being. I'll tell you the reason for this. If you go out on your own, okay, you're free to do what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go out and you're paid to do a certain thing,
No.
if you have a drink or if you have something which you're not supposed to have, then you're not in control of yourself. And once you're not in control of yourself, you can't control what's happening around you.
That's right.
Okay.
So I had a lot of risk. I had a lot of equipment on my shoulder.
Responsibilities.
I had a lot of responsibility. So I couldn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. There was no enjoyment. It was like a stressful kind of a situation.
At the end of
Again,
the
I
day,
have to
it's
get
work.
into this.
Yeah, it
it's,
is work.
it's really
But it would have done wonders with the ladies.
What's time
though,
in
right?
Hindi?
Samay.
Samay.
काम
Oh.
का समय नशा नहीं करना.
No, but,
Pops, what are your thoughts on that?
no, but how did this whole thing work with the girls though? Now that
The
you were
whole
Pops.
thing's the whole
Okay,
thing
okay.
worked.
Let's talk about timeline here. When was this?
How old are you?
This was way back in 95 to 97.
That
95 to
will make
97.
you
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
Quick,
bro.
fast,
Come on,
John.
come on,
Quick,
come on,
quick.
come on.
95 to 97. Yeah.
95.
I would have taken 3 minutes to do that.
98, maybe mid of 98.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So girls were everywhere, appa.
Girls were everywhere.
There's a story you used to go to MCC, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
what?
you,
Tell,
bro,
tell.
you
Tell,
have
tell,
bro,
tell,
if
tell.
you think guys near if you think MCC is bad now, hear what
Yeah,
my dad
how we
has
used
to
to
say
go.
about
Please,
MCC.
please, Pops.
MCC was not bad, it was horrible.
What?
Yeah. I mean, in the sense that there were few places that that you wanted to be seen in.
Yeah.
It was not for the girls. It was just that you have to be seen over there.
Ah,
You have
it
to
was a
stand
platform.
You have to be seen over there. You know, to be
Okay.
someone, you have to be seen in certain places.
So
Not-
how you used to go to
Yeah.
MCC,
Yeah, you
pa?
tell us how he
pa,
used to go.
How you used to go?
We used to go on a couple of bikes.
Ah,
we used to go on
which
a
bike,
couple
Bro
of
which
bikes.
had an RX, a
Yeah.
Kawasaki.
I love that.
RX.
Bro. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
RX, bro.
SDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And back
okay,
then
okay.
the mileage was bad as well.
Mileage was, yeah. We had
I mean, petrol money was also.
we had a friend who had an RD 350. So that used to give us like what 5-6 kilometers.
5, 6.
Yeah. So go to
That's Kenneth's bike.
Mounts and back again, you need about 3 liters.
Yeah.
3-4 liters because you got to rev up in front of
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, no, he said that it was so tiresome at one point that there was no plan for after. He just had enough money to go from Mounts and back. If a girl by chance came also there. He didn't.
No, no,
he didn't
you used to
do
take her
anything.
and then push the bike home.
You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
push that bike home.
You can't?
It's massive.
Yeah,
That's
that was
a heavy
all metal.
You
bike,
can't
bike.
push
yeah,
that
yeah.
bike home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Then-
tell us your MCC, but did you manage to pick up anybody there?
We didn't go. I didn't go in the intention of picking up anybody there.
Then
Just to stand
Intention
up.
of
Just
revving
need
it.
to be seen over there.
just
Yeah.
go and rev.
You just
Just
need
go,
to be
go
seen.
rev and leave.
Yeah, who's this guy? Yeah, he used to come to Mounts.
Oh.
So,
Hey.
No. Now see,
Networking,
imagine
bro,
later,
networking.
okay, somewhere
Networking.
outside MCC,
Yeah. Yeah.
they know him.
Yeah, you were the
He's
guy
the
outside
dude.
MCC.
Yeah.
Not a very good
I
title, no,
really
pa.
never. It never. I mean, I never needed to go to college to pick up a girl. I was in the space where I just,
They
had
came.
to choose.
Ooh.
You want to come for the party? You want to come for the party? You want to come for the party?
I love it,
Yeah.
bro. I love it, bro. I love
No,
it.
and bro, then there's me. I can't go to clubs.
Yeah. So
But what if I was one of the what if you found out that I was one of those guys who went outside Mounts and just like stood there?
Revving.
He laugh at you.
I wouldn't say anything to you because that's what I would have done.
Yeah, hey bro.
Wow.
Then we're up and left now, bro.
But
Okay,
then I
John,
think,
John, it's too late.
but then
now,
I
bro.
think you guys don't need to go to Mounts because you are already quite famous.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Nah, humble.
Humble.
Guys, ask your mom to come watch this right now and ask if they
If
can
you
recognize him.
recognize my dad.
As the guy that used to rev his SD.
Any MCCs?
Any MCC moms out here?
But my dad has beef with bikes that are made right now.
Of
you're
course,
not a- you're not a
I
big fan
Oh,
of
let's
bikes
talk
now.
about that.
understand.
They are
what-
not bikes that you don't consider them as bikes because everything is automated. There's nothing
Yeah.
that you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this one
Yeah,
time.
this fellow, some.
Hey, hello. He has an electric bike. There's no
Oh,
engine
yeah,
also.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, chill, chill, chill.
Hey, cycle.
No, let's
No, yeah, the-
let's finish
yeah,
the
the timeline.
timeline.
Yeah.
So you
were-
did sound engineering and
Yeah.
Straight from there, I jumped into real estate.
How was the
How? Why?
change?
How was the
How did you-
change? Okay, so
Not qualified. by the way.
Yeah, not
I
qualified
wasn't
for it.
qualified for real estate. But then what happened was there was a sudden tragedy that happened in my industry. So
Okay.
we were on
Was it
St. Mark's
2008?
Road. Pardon?
2008.
No, I was
No,
born
no,
at that point, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
98.
Oh, 98. Okay.
Yeah, 98. So, our office got completely demolished one day
Oh.
because we were operating from partly in the basement, partly on the ground floor. So that was supposed to be a car park space.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
one day they just came and they smashed down the office.
just
Not only our office, like
Destroyed his office.
on St.
All
Mark's
the
Road.
equipments and
No. Equipment we managed to pull
Take
out, but about
space.
5-6 offices on St. Mark's Road got demolished. So my office happened to be one of them.
Okay.
So we had some time to sit back and restart. during that time, I thought, okay, let me jump into real estate.
Why
So,
real estate? Like, why were you sitting
I
and thinking?
just
real
liked
estate?
it because I had a few friends who were in real estate.
What about it was so appealing?
They had specific timings.
Okay.
They used to always dress in formals. I never ever used to dress in formals because I had no chance to dress in formals. I had
Okay.
no
In the
formals
club,
also.
fully suited up.
Yeah. So my day used to start in the evening.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
I used to hate it actually because
Okay, yeah.
I'm not a person who likes to be out at night.
It's not
you know.
natural also. Like,
It's not
yeah.
natural to be out, and always when you go for these parties and other things, you're bound to get into some sort of a trouble.
Mm.
So I never liked that. So this was
Were
a
there any
day job.
fights?
Not really,
Okay, continue.
not really. But real estate was something that you had a specific time. It was a day job. You had a specific office time. You have to dress in a specific way,
Mhm.
right? And you get to meet the cream of
Cream of the crop.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I started off my career with real estate, there were only five big guys in Bangalore. So there was no internet and WhatsApp and all that stuff there. So if someone wanted something, they really had to come down to us and ask us. We're looking out for a space like this, office space.
Right.
So that was the time when a lot of big MNCs were entering Bangalore.
Okay.
Bangalore wasn't the Silicon City as it is, as we call
As
it today.
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So big companies like you say AT&T and Jasmine Telecom, which has become JTM now, Airtel. Jasmine
Airtel.
Telecom became Airtel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's when
so
globalization happened, right?
yeah,
Just
so
start new
lot
kids,
of
I
lot
think.
of new companies. So I really liked being in that segment, and then the timings, and then the money you earn.
Right.
But
You
then,
have
if it wasn't for that, your office getting demolished, would you still
no. I would have definitely branched out from there because,
switched?
in the sense, I wouldn't have taken that. What do you say? That I would have gone into more into management.
Management.
There's only so much you can take being in that. Yeah.
You can't take
Eventually
anything more
would
than
have
that.
would have happened whether
Yeah.
you wanted or not.
See, because I'm talking about way back in the like mid 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say for a Brian Adams show, in the mid 90s, you'll have something like about 3.5-4 crores worth of equipment with you. You
Yeah.
are responsible for that much.
Yeah.
And setting up the stage, 2 days prior to the event, making sure everything happens like it's supposed to happen
Mm-hmm.
is a huge risk. Anything can go wrong at any time.
But still, you get to meet all the cool people, right?
You get to meet all the cool people, but then again, if you look at those cool people, they are cool people to you, but if
Yeah.
you were in my space, see, I'm not a performer, they were performers. I used to go through so much of stress, so you can imagine how much stress they go through
It's
to
all
make
very
sure.
like surface level. Like
Yeah,
you look.
surface level
Yeah.
it is, but then everyone has a certain expectation, isn't it? Brian Adams starts braying, then everyone's going to boo him out. He has to perform
Yes, yeah,
exactly
yeah.
how you expect him to perform.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So that is really difficult for them to do. See, when you look at musicians today, nobody sings live. Very few of them sing live.
Yeah.
Everything
This
is lip
They have
syncing
auto-tune and all
auto-tune
those
as well
yeah,
these
things.
days.
yeah,
Mic.
Anup Jain.
yeah. So
Yeah.
most of it is
Can it-
through auto tune.
Thanks.
So even if you brain auto tune, it's going to sound good.
Yeah.
But those days there wasn't any auto tune. You either do it or you don't, right? And people who have paid thousands of rupees stood in the queue, came and standing there to watch you, expect to see that level of performance from you.
Right.
They won't take anything less from you.
Yeah.
So that is a big stress factor. So they really don't enjoy anything. The artist doesn't enjoy anything, right? The guys behind the scene don't enjoy anything. It's just you guys who come and sit and watch, enjoy it. Scream and shout. And when you look at that many people in front of you, thousands of people, anyone is bound to have stage fear.
Yeah.
No matter how
How well
seasoned
you-
you
yeah.
are, how
Yeah,
seasoned
yeah,
you
yeah.
are. It doesn't happen every time, but that's a huge stress.
All right, so Pops, you just told us as to how you got into real estate and
MCCC.
that timeline.
So
the
talking
MCC
about
time.
MCC, there's one small thing which I'd like to share.
Okay,
okay.
okay.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
One last thing.
I've been for so many graduations in MCC,
Right.
but my daughters.
Yeah, that's the trend, bro. That's the trend. What?
He's
But they don't
been
have
for
parents
so
into the
many-
graduations. But before you used
Yeah.
to go.
Really,
for
they
other-
don't let.
No.
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 Oh,
No.
MCC.
MCC.
Please.
Pa, what do you have to say to them after paying fees for 4 years? I mean,
Pathetic.
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 And what do you think about them going co-ed?
That's
Oh,
even more pathetic. It takes the fun out of me.
Yeah.
I can't brag about it anymore.
No, bro. I think I don't know if Papa will be comfortable be saying this. We can edit it out. But
No.
he said, he used to say, if you want the best fish, go to NC."
Yeah,
that's true.
that's true.
Yeah, I believe
Those
it.
days.
These days,
Those days.
now
Those
it's
were the
gone
good
down a
old days.
little.
Those were the good old days.
Good
Now-
old
now-
days of
Now
MCC.
it isn't like that.
Sheesh. I mean, see,
Now it
that's a
isn't
good
like
answer for two reasons. One, if he said because my sister went there, so he called my sister good fish is crazy. Yeah, so yeah.
They're calculating the cash cows, right? They're rejoicing over the cash cows, bro.
But then, now if we're getting into calls and everything, that experience must have been really different. But I don't think I watched. How was it being a parent when you first started being a parent?
How was it being a parent?
Like, was it scary? Was it like?
No, it wasn't very scary because
How old were you when?
Yeah,
I
first
was 25, 24.
Oh my god.
24,
That's
24.
really-
24.
my.
Soon come, soon
Coming,
come.
coming.
3 years for us.
No,
Yeah.
Afzal just,
Ah,
Afzal
what
just like,
really-
yeah, calm.
No, what
It's
really
coming, bro,
happens
yeah.
is
Huh.
if you guys do the things at the right time, you'll find it more easier to do it.
Right.
See, now you're in college now,
Yeah.
right? You take a break from college for say 6 months, again restart college, you find it really tough.
Hmm.
The flow goes out of the system.
Mm.
You need to I don't know how to put it across to you. So there shouldn't be a huge generation gap. Even though I became a father at 24, I still feel there's a huge generation gap between John T and me,
Yeah.
Nikki and me, right? I still feel that. And if I had become a father, let's say at 30, that generation gap would have
Been more.
not doubled, it would have tripled.
Mm,
Because
yeah, yeah.
a lot happens in 5 years.
Hmm. Yeah.
A lot happens in 5 years. So you need to grow with your children. You need to be a child
And okay,
to have a child, right? You have to not physically a mind of a child. You need
Oh,
to have a
that's-
mind of a
yeah.
child
Mm.
to think like a child. Otherwise, you will be
you'd be very
Yeah.
disconnected. With
It'll
the,
be hard to
completely
understand.
disconnected.
So then, what according to you is the right time to get married and the right time to have children?
the right time to get married is you need to have the right girl to get married to.
Okay.
So imagine, Pops, right now I have the right girl. Should I get
he
married?
get married?
You
Get
should
married
get
right
married.
now.
Like
Really?
right now,
Yeah.
he's 21.
no money, no job security.
Those things would follow.
No, the thing is,
Wow.
these days, right?
That's
Yeah.
true
Like-
in his case, but he didn't have much when he got married.
Never plan anything in life.
No, it's not about planning. These days, there's so much pressure. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you're supposed to have a house.
That is
A
that
nice
is
thing.
that means you haven't found the right person.
No, it's not the other one putting pressure.
from the
It's
people,
just
Even
society.
even from society.
Yeah.
So society will expect a lot from you, right? But if you have whatever society wants from you on your shoulders, you will never be able to move on in life. See,
It's like
you
carrying
came,
the weight of the world.
you
literally,
came into this world not expecting that you'll be here. None of us ever expected that we'll be sitting here. It
Mhm.
just happened.
Mm.
Everything happened, isn't it? So there's nothing that has to be planned because most of the time, whenever things are planned, they never fall into place.
Too many
The surprise. See, let me put it like this. So today, if a girl is pregnant, she goes for a scan.
Uh-huh.
They don't tell her what baby it is. But you go to the US, they tell you what baby it is. So there's no fun. There's no thrill. I already
No
know.
surprise.
It's a boy, it's a
Ah,
girl, right? There's
shucks.
nothing.
They have the gender reveal, Pops.
No, over here it's no, it's.
I don't think they
No,
do
in
that here
India- in
because of.
India they
Not-
don't
not
do it.
here.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
illegal.
and I don't think
Abortion.
it's because of fun. I think it's because they
because,
tend
yeah.
to.
Yeah, but then it also
It's
has
also
a
fun.
positive
Also, it
side.
It's
ruins the
also
fun.
fun.
It's
It also has a positive side. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
some
yeah.
element of surprise that you look forward to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, I'm going to get this. Yes, the whole thrill of it
Mhm.
is gone. So my advice is don't plan. You find somebody. Now, let's say you're going on the road, right?
Uh-huh.
You're driving down, riding down. You
Mhm.
find a guy making hot samosas. You don't plan to eat it. You just stop there and have it.
Yeah.
And it's the best samosa
That's
of your
the
life.
thrill of
Yeah,
it.
bro.
But if you plan, let me go to Kanti Sweets on so and so day on so and so time. Let
Right.
all the guys come up
builds
there.
up. It builds up.
Yeah, yeah.
All of you guys may come there, but then the samosa may not taste that nice.
The samosa plan was the best plan you've had compared to the Kanti Sweets plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's true in his case because when you got married, you were what 23,
No, I was 23.
23 years old, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that time the stories that he used to. But just tell me what the living situation was when you got married.
Living situation was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, salaries back then were pretty low. You know,
Right.
I used to have, I used to take home a salary of 1,200 rupees a month.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and I had to support a family.
Mm.
Oh, whole
Okay, yeah, a whole family with a salary of 1,200 rupees. So if you plan, okay, I'll get married when I get a salary of 10,000 rupees, you'll probably be 10 years older than what you are,
Yeah. So your thing
right?
is, if you just find a right girl, just lock her down
You
immediately.
need to find a right partner to partner with you,
Yeah.
right? They say your better half, right? So your better half should be, should complement you, it shouldn't
Yeah.
contradict you.
Hmm.
Your better half should complement you, and you should complement your better half,
Yeah.
right? So
Correct.
if you find such a person, my suggestion to you guys is get
Get
married.
married.
Don't wait for the
Just
right
get
time to
married.
happen. Don't wait for the right job to happen, because it may happen, it may not happen. Nobody knows whether it's going to happen or not.
Oh.
Like Afsal said, tell
Yeah.
God your plan and he'll laugh at you, because he has his own plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is already pre-planned for every one of us over here. It's
So
just
it's
that
all
we don't know
written.
the plan. We don't
Mhm.
know the plan, but everything is planned. The moment you are born,
Uh-huh.
your date of death is already planned. Nobody can change that,
Yeah.
right? So it's just that we don't know about it.
Yeah.
So we just go along with the flow, thinking that, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, but nothing ever goes according to your plan.
So then, okay, so say one day I come home, like, Pa, come on.
Ah, she's come. She's
Here,
come
she's
around the
come.
mountain.
She's come. Okay. And now obviously I don't have like one 9 to 5, right? I'm just chilling in the house. And I get married. What's up?
What do you mean get married? You
Yeah,
ask.
yeah,
What
ask
do you
him.
mean?
No,
Come
no,
on.
Just
no,
get
he,
married.
he also likes the girl. That goes without saying. We get married.
Okay.
And I'm just chilling, you know. 'cause-
Okay.
Kick you out of the
So
house.
that would give you a motivation to go to a job.
Mm.
Yeah.
So he's giving you permission.
Nice.
No, see, the motivation should come from you guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
The more
Not
parents
someone else.
push you, right? You may do it, you may not do it, but if you get to do it now, see, for example, this podcast, you're doing it, you're taking this amount of effort and doing it because it is yours.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you are going to a job and your boss told you to come on Sunday at 4 o'clock, I'm sure none of you would have been interested to go,
Yeah.
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 right? The onus is on you. So you have taken this effort to come because this is part of you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then, what to you is the requirements for like a person should have in their head for someone to be the right person?
That's what I'm saying. They have to complement you,
Okay.
not contradict you. So
Okay.
complement you in the sense you guys have certain mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone has a certain mindset. So when you look at the person who you feel is a suitable partner for you, should also gel with that, not contradict you and say, don't do this, don't do that. Then what happens is it becomes like a
Push and
prison
pull,
setup.
like yeah.
A prison setup.
Yeah.
See, there's a difference between a prisoner and a person who's not in prison,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The guy who's
Yeah.
in prison also gets 3 meals, he gets a place to sleep, he has all those benefits, but then he's boxed in,
He is box.
right?
Nice. Yeah.
He's boxed in, so he can't really do what he wants to do.
Right.
Not to mention that you are doing what you want to do. There are so many restrictions for all of us, but then
No, but my dad was
the
a bit of a
restriction there.
Mhm.
he was a bit of a madness, but he eloped and all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Yeah, if you find, see now,
You have to do everything, John, if you find the right one. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
no. He I got to know about this like what recently only.
Oh, for
So
real?
I was just having one of those talks about like girls and stuff. And my dad goes, Jaunty, actually I eloped.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah. So can you explain that?
I eloped.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's it.
I want to segue into like I just want to segue into what you think about our generation's idea of relationships.
No. I want to talk about the generation after his, where people are getting divorced like it's nothing.
Ah.
The reason for
okay.
that
Yeah.
is because
Why do you
they
think?
haven't found anyone suitable enough who complement them. They've done things in a hurry, hastily.
Hmm.
You need to find somebody who that's why I'm saying you need to find someone who complements you.
But what if that takes too long? Like what if you're in the run for like 6 7 years trying like waiting for that, and then doesn't it just get to your head like
Then you need to change yourself. because there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
See, I was a person who never used to drink. I was a person who never used to smoke, right? I was never a guy who would ever pay and go for a party,
Okay.
right? I used to go for a party because I was paid to do it. But
Mhm.
on my own, I would never ever go and pay and go for a party. So
Right.
I had these attributes. It's very easy to find girls who would like a
A guy
person
like
to be
that.
with me, person like me. But then if you are a smoker, if you are a drinker, if you are a party, party going person, not many people would find that amusing because yes, in your 20s it looks nice.
Look.
But
But
then
it's
when
just
you
for the chase.
just for the chase, when you graduate to your 30s and if you still continue doing the
Yeah.
same
No,
thing,
Oh, that's sad.
Imagine
bro.
a
I've
sad,
seen,
bro.
I've
A 30-year-old
seen, bro.
frequent at Kidiko.
I've
so
seen,
what
bro.
actually happens
It's
is when you have
crazy.
these habits,
Huh.
when you have these habits, you spend a lot of time nurturing these habits, which could have been spent, with your partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you need to
But
understand that.
maybe we
So
need to change ourselves.
a person who drinks, I have so many of my friends who are, they call themselves social drinkers.
Yeah.
They're nothing as a social drinker. You drink, you're a drunkard. That's it.
Yeah,
Right?
no, it's not
Yeah.
like you.
If you drink, you're a drunkard. Whether you call yourself a social drinker or
What about a social
an
smoker?
occasional drinker,
That's
yeah,
also a smoker.
Yeah, so
you're a smoker.
Yeah.
That's it. So the thing is, I have seen
Shimon.
guys.
No, Shimon
chill,
doesn't
chill,
smoke.
chill, chill, chill.
He just does drugs.
He
I
doesn't-
I have seen guys in my circle who
Outside
call
of the
themselves
context.
social drinkers. Okay, even if you do call yourself a social drinker, on an average, I think it's costs you about maybe 1,500 to 2,000
Yeah.
rupees per session,
Yeah.
right?
Nehal?
And then you sit and spend a good
Less
3-4
than
hours nurturing that silly glass in your hand,
Yeah.
which you could do much more time in that 3-4 hours because your time on earth is very limited. Everything is already pre-planned for you, and wasting 3-4 hours just holding on to this and start shaking your hand after spending 2 grand is ridiculous.
So
I
what
lo-
my dad is saying is you can spend the 3-4 hours nurturing your partner than nurturing the
Of
glass in your
course,
hand.
of course, of course. Your
Ah!
partner would find it more. What do you say? Find you more a sensitive person than being an insensitive person. You need to be sensitive to your partner's needs. You need to understand your partner's needs. If you want your partner to be sensitive to you and treat you well, you need to be sensitive to your partner.
Okay, then how about say you find a partner who drinks?
So
Okay.
that's not your partner,
No,
bro.
no, no, you everything is there, but she
Okay,
just
okay.
drinks. All right. So now she stops drinking, but then one day she comes and tells you, bro, David,
Bro, David.
can I have like a drink every other week?
See, if your partner drinks and if you drink,
Then it makes sense.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Till you reach a point where you pull out each other's hair. That's what is going to happen. That is what is going to happen at the end of the
me in
day.
it, bro. He caught me in it, bro.
I was like, it makes sense. It's like, yeah, till you start
till you
pulling.
start killing each other. Yeah. Yeah.
My request to all you guys,
Mm.
and whoever's watching this podcast, is don't waste your time doing these things because it really doesn't matter. It's not going to change your life in any way.
You're missing out on anything.
You're missing out on everything if you do
Yeah.
this.
No, and also to instill fear into your kids. You know what dad and mom used to say? They said, no, it was mama who used to say it. She goes, Jyoti, if I ever catch you smoking a cigarette, you see this wall there. You'll just be in the wall. And if anyone asks where's Jonty, he's just gone abroad to study. And then they'll eventually forget. And I'm just there in the wall.
So that is another reason, like his mom used to tell him. So if I don't want to see not only him, any one of you guys smoking, I shouldn't be a smoker myself.
Correct.
Yeah.
You said
I don't have the authority to ask you guys
to stop
to
smoking,
stop
if you
smoking
smoke.
if you know I'm a smoker.
Yeah.
So you need to set an example.
Yeah.
And then you realize that all these things are just fads. They're just things which just fade out and really zap out your life. You can actually do a lot more things than a social drinker would do in 3 hours.
social drink.
Yeah, for a social drinker, you're a drunkard.
It's,
essentially.
yeah, it is basically a drunkard. So there's nothing as a social drinker.
Yeah.
There is no social drinker.
Yeah.
And one thing leads to another, the other thing leads to another. So
Yeah.
You need to
True.
always remember, guys, you need to be in control of yourself. The moment you let your habit control you,
Mm-hmm.
then you're a gone case.
Yeah.
It could be anything,
Gone
right?
case, bro.
It
Not
could
just
be
smoking and
gambling,
drinking.
it
Yeah.
could be horse racing,
Mm.
A habit is a habit. So you need to be in control of
Yeah.
those habits. Yes, we used to go and watch the babes in colleges, but we were in control of it.
We
Whenever
were
we
in
wanted to
control
do
of
it.
it.
Whenever
Ah,
we wanted to
control.
do it.
father,
Yeah.
bro.
Right? We wanted to do it, we did it.
Yeah.
Not that, yeah, oh, it's 4 o'clock, I need to go there, I need to be here. No,
Gotta see my
it
babes, bro.
was,
It's 4
it was
4
nothing like
p.m.
that. Yeah.
4 o'clock.
The thing is, the point what I'm trying to get across to you guys is, you also are in a situation where you don't need to hang around in front of
Certain-
any college,
Yeah.
right?
Gotta pick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you need to make use of it and look at it from that perspective.
Mm.
And the other most important thing that I would like to tell all the guys who are watching this podcast is, when you find a partner, right? Don't expect that person to mother you, because you're looking for a mother
Yes.
in that
Okay.
person. Hey,
Yeah.
don't do this. Now you got to go to the shop. Now you got to do this. It's just like your mom correcting you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
right? So you need to be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be sensitive. You need to make
Sensitive.
sure you do your part of the work.
Yeah.
Pops, I
That-
want to ask. So, like, with us, like, we're all. I can agree. I mean, we all can agree that we're we're some on some journey of self improvement, right? Like all of us here, and we've seen many examples of the people we take inspiration from, like whether it be on the internet, people like Jordan Peterson or like whatever. I think like a lot of guys get this impression that the alpha male is this guy who's not affected by anything, right? So he's like completely stoic about everything. But then you're talking about if you need to be sensitive to your partner. So the thing is, how do you be sensitive with your partner without coming off as I can't
Oversee.
handle, yeah, oversee, like I can't handle myself.
So that notion what you have about an alpha male is wrong.
Okay.
An alpha male, a successful alpha male, is a person who is the most sensitive person, but doesn't show his emotions out. Right? You
Okay.
need to be sensitive. If you're not sensitive, you're a failure in life.
Okay.
You cannot be considered as an alpha male. See,
Like
at the-
nothing affects you type.
no, it has to affect you. But then again, you need to have a presence of mind not to show your emotion out. You need to lead by example. See, alpha male is somebody who people look up to them as a role model. So
Okay.
as
Right.
of now, also I see that so many comments people write about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They look up to you,
Yeah.
right? They look
Mm.
up to you. So tomorrow you sit down with a gutka packet or you sit down with a bottle of beer. I'm just telling you. So all these things, if people see you, no, they take it in a wrong way. So you
Right.
can you it's like you can have
Bad-
a big impact
On them.
Mhm.
in a positive way on people's mind, or play a negative role in the same people's mind. So you need to be very careful about what you do, how you carry yourself outside the podcast. Yes, inside the podcast everything is fine, but
Mm.
how you behave outside the podcast, people are watching.
The respect needs to be maintained.
Yes, the
yeah.
respect has to be maintained, the dignity has to be maintained. So everyone has a camera today. So people, your rivals are just waiting, when I'll catch this guy off-handed, I'll just
Yeah.
take a small clip and post it. So that's the end of it. So people will make fun of you.
Correct. But I think what Kenneth is trying to say is an alpha male in a relationship. So say with your partner. So in that case, also should you be in that mindset of not showing your emotions?
No, you need to show your emotions.
Yep.
But then again, you need to set an example, in the sense that there is nothing as an alpha male. See, when you're in a relationship, you share the responsibility with your spouse. You need
Okay.
to share it. You need to
Okay.
give them also
Responsible.
a responsibility. You need to let them also choose. You need to let them also decide. Because if you think you're an alpha male in society, yes, it works. But in a family, there is nothing as an alpha male.
Because with your partner, I feel like the experience we've had,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like you think you're the shit,
Yeah.
but then there's sometimes where it's like I have to be like all your dude friends are like, bro, why you do
No,
why you
I
acting
see.
like
For
this,
me,
bro?
it's not been like that because for me, I have my conditions set, right? But those just don't work out.
Yeah, that's what. So
Yeah.
like you kind of have to stoop down to a certain level,
Yeah.
and that's very hard
Yeah.
for a person to do when they've already built up such a level of themselves, right? Like I'm so successful in my business. I'm 20 and I'm already making like lakhs
Yeah.
per month. I'm, I get access to these type of people,
Yeah.
but then my girlfriend comes along and she tells me that she doesn't like this,
Yeah.
and I need to stoop down.
So
Like,
so let me put this in the right perspective.
mhm.
Okay.
So, God willing, all you guys, maybe another couple of years, would be big guys in terms of the podcast, in terms
Physically.
of where you are,
Yeah.
right? How much you're earning.
Okay.
But to me, you'll always remain the same,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? You're big guys to people who don't know you.
Yeah.
To
Mhm.
your new acquaintances, you're big guys,
Yeah.
right? But to your parents, to your close friends, you always remain the same.
Same old.
You never change.
Hmm.
Now, we know that this is how you are, but your partner is the same age as you. You can't expect them to understand you the way your parents understood you, isn't it?
Hmm.
So they also think at a point of time, yeah, this guy is so famous, right? Kenneth is so famous. Why am I not so famous? I want some fame and recognition myself. So as a stress buster, they try to throw that on you. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. So so
They're
Kenneth
trying to
does
get the
something,
power back. Like,
trying to feel powerful. So that point of time, you need to give and take. Otherwise,
should you do?
there's
What
no
should you
end
do?
to it.
give and
Okay,
take.
stupid fellow.
Goda,
so long
Gudka.
give and take.
Yeah.
Give and take. So you need to give to get.
It's
Given,
like
given to it.
I know I can kill Spotty, but sometimes Spotty's got to win the sock fight.
Huh?
See, I give you a small
I,
example.
I am even
Nah,
more
nah, I
confused.
got it. I got it.
No, I give you a small example.
Yeah.
So we used to regularly, frequently go for holidays. Local holidays, pan India holidays, international holidays. I never used to take up the responsibility of making any arrangement.
Okay.
Nothing.
Just
I used to
pay
finance
Spotty.
everything.
Yeah.
I used to fund everything. But all arrangements used to be made by his mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right from the travel, right from the hotel stay, right from the itinerary. Because let them also participate in it. You participate in everything, you get everything laid out on the table. There's no fun.
Give
Right?
and take.
Give
This is
and
it.
take.
Yes, we are going. So even the place, yes, sometimes I used to have a say in saying at least where we are going. But what we are doing
Yeah.
was not up to me.
Yeah.
So in these cases, what used to happen was initially, yes, it was fine, but later on we started choosing like 5-star accommodations. So I used to think in my mind, we are going to be out the whole day. Right? We are going to be out the whole day.
Yeah.
Why spend so much of money on just go to sleep?
Sleeping.
You're just going to sleep, right? End of the day, you're just going to sleep, right? You need an air conditioned room, you need a washroom, right? You just need to sleep,
No, it's fine.
right? Because you'll be
Yeah, yeah.
you're out the whole day, no? From morning to evening.
Yeah.
That's what you do on a holiday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And you'll be completely zonked
Zonked.
when you come back.
Zonked.
You're just going to the best thing you would do is just crash out, right?
Yeah.
So why all this extra extravagance? But then his mom used to tell me it's also about the place where you stay in, which is a part of the experience. So it never made sense to me. But then it made more sense to me to just keep quiet. Yes, it made sense to you. Yeah, it's fine.
No, but there was compromise. There was compromise.
We're
So
reaching 70 with this one.
no. No, it's like my mom used to pick like these super fancy restaurant like hotels, and my dad would want to make a compromise, right? As in like make it little chap.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening when we went to Thailand was we went to a super fancy hotel, but it was right by a strip club.
Compromise.
Yeah, so that wasn't my choice.
Hey,
That wasn't my
fuck.
choice. The place was chosen by his mom.
Yeah.
So whether there's a club next door or whether there's a bar next door, nothing off my back.
No, but that was shocking, huh? Thailand.
Yeah.
That's shocking, bro.
I thought he was going to leave you there, John.
No.
You
yeah.
know what? I think Pops can talk about this, bro. What was so shocking about Thailand? Something with the people,
It's
maybe?
not that shocking. It's meant to be shocking. So
It's-
if the reason it looks shocking is because Thailand works only with tourism there.
Yeah.
The main industry is tourism.
Yeah.
Tourism,
So
yeah.
they want tourists to just flock there. So how do you make tourists to flock there? Show them something which they don't get to see anywhere else.
Transmed.
Surprise.
So it's something that it's made up in that way.
But
It's
Pa,
made to look like that.
you can't tell me you weren't surprised by what we saw.
What did
I'm
you see?
surprised.
Like a little gist of it.
No,
Just-
see,
No, because you didn't know
brief.
either. I didn't know either. I don't know.
no,
If
I
you,
knew.
You knew.
Yeah.
We
And,
went.
and you still took him.
No,
by
no,
whatever
so-
it is.
See, you want to get into trouble, you get into trouble even in Bangalore. You can get into trouble right in Indranagar if you want to.
Yeah.
And if you want to stay away from trouble,
You just don't.
you can stay away from trouble as well.
No, no, no.
So in a place like Thailand, you find these
Uh-huh.
zapped out people who have a who have a crazy mindset,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Just thinking, I'm so and so, right?
Yeah.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. I cannot be Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I
Yeah.
think I am,
Mm.
right? I think I am. So my
This is a lovely metaphor.
yeah.
bro.
Yeah. I'm not on Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I'm not. You cannot be if
You
you
can't
want to.
be
You can't
Arnold
identify as
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
They want to be identified like that. See, again,
Oh.
Again, we're coming back to it.
That is more on the upbringing. They're not brought up with the right sense, with the
love it.
right
Okay.
input in that. mind, right?
Coming
So-
about upbringing.
Yeah.
So obviously you raised two kids, John and Nikki.
His sister,
But-
by the way.
Yeah, Nikki, his sister, and you were raised in some way.
Yeah.
What was the difference, like how you raised them?
It
and how
was
you were raised?
it was basically the same way.
You raised them the same way.
I raised them the same way, but with a lot more comforts that I had.
Uh-huh.
I raised them in that way.
Yours
I gave them-
I'd say it was completely different, pa.
Completely different, but then again, we had the privilege of living in a joint family, so there was a lot of help at hand,
Yeah.
and that is very important in a child's upbringing. Today's world, we have only nuclear families. So you get married, you move away from your parents, and then
Yeah.
your parents are somewhere, you are somewhere, the
Yeah.
child is somewhere.
Hey, but pa, I'll end up doing that only, ma. I can't.
No, the thing is, you need to learn by example. So when I used to go to work, when his mum used to go to work, my aunt used to be there. So there's somebody there to
There should be something.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's somebody there to train you. There's somebody there to watch you. There's somebody there to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do and don't do what you're supposed to do.
But then, what do you think about okay? So, what is your thought on kids today with the freedom and
Yeah,
how?
with
I don't think that is a good thing.
Like the upbringing right now.
No,
you've
I
seen
don't
right
think
now.
that is a good thing. See, because
No?
today's kids are more into Google than asking their parents for anything. Everyone knows everything, so there's no fun.
So mainly they shouldn't have access to all these electronic
Yeah,
items.
they
most.
shouldn't have access, and then people people on Google,
Mhm.
right? Not everyone is genuine. The
Yeah.
opinions what you get from any topic, you don't know whether it's true or not.
And also, kids are very impressionable, bro. Like my
Very.
cousins are like what 6,
Isn't
7
it?
years old, and they have their own phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's crazy. Like people will be like, bro, I read this one article,
Yeah.
and then she just begins to quote a TikTok that
Yeah,
she's
like a
seen.
TikTok that she's seen about some
And that's the
crap.
crazy thing about influencers, bro. You can say literally anything.
Whatever you
Yeah.
want. Just the editing
Anything,
needs to
and
be
it
good.
becomes fact.
Yeah.
That is the reason I told you guys.
Google.
People look up to you people. So
Oh.
you need to be very careful
About what we say.
about what you speak, about how
Yeah.
you carry yourself out,
Yeah.
what you do,
Yeah.
where you're seen, with whom you're seen.
But then, Pa, I have to ask you one question. When we went to Thailand and we went for the
I know. I like
He's
this,
back,
I
he's
like
back,
this, I
he's
like
back.
this, I like
Went for the
when we went for that show,
What
What
show?
show?
What
What
show?
show?
Hello.
we went for that show with a
Alcazar show.
yeah with a it was like a cabaret dancer show,
Yeah.
right?
Who's a cab?
Did you?
I
Did
don't
It's
you?
a
know what that
Broadway show.
No,
It's one of the-
it's
yeah, it's
not a
considered-
Broadway
It
show.
is considered a Broadway show in Thailand. If you go
Oh,
to
in Thailand.
yeah.
Did
Thailand
you,
Broadway.
Did you know that they were all?
No, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that because I was sitting right at the back.
No, Pa.
But then when I took a couple of pics and I zoomed in,
Pa.
it doesn't look right.
God. Oh.
It doesn't look right.
No, bro. I remember.
told it doesn't look
I remember we came on the show. I didn't know as well. I was 16 at the time.
Okay.
Right. Papa didn't. Now I know that Papa didn't know. I think my Nikki and Mama knew. Right.
No, I don't think they knew because
So
if
none
I
of us
also
just
didn't
went
know,
in, no?
yeah,
We wouldn't have gone otherwise. No, honestly.
we wouldn't have gone.
Yeah. Anyway, so we come out, right, and all the dancers were out there. They were clicking
Taking
pictures.
photographs, yeah.
So Papa's like, go take one photograph. It's like, okay. So I'm like, yo, can I get a picture? Yeah, 1 second. We'll take the picture.
John, are we putting the picture up?
Yo, no.
No, no, we're not doing that.
But yeah.
So for them, it's a part of life. Lifestyle itself is like that. So you
Yeah.
have the third gender very prominent over there,
Yeah, they have roads
and
dedicated to them.
they
Okay.
openly talk about it, and they say they're not. They don't feel shy. Like
Yeah. Bro, it's all on like
it,
social
it's
media
it's
everywhere.
They're
very
lady boys.
open.
Lady boys.
Yeah.
Oh, lady boy.
Yeah, so we went for a lady boy show at
Oh.
16, and bro, I'm like, yo, she looks kind of nice, bro. But then,
At 16.
but then
Wow.
something's off.
Bro
you know what I'm
gave
saying?
him himself away.
Yeah, something's kind of off.
But
But
okay,
yeah.
Pops, I want to ask, what are like the financial mistakes you see that we make very, very commonly? Like at our age,
Online shopping, online food delivery
Ah,
food delivery.
is the
oh.
But
major is the
sometimes-
biggest thing that biggest mistake that you guys are
Online food
Food
delivery.
delivery.
no, but
Online
pa,
food.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
nah,
the
I
catalog
I
for
believe
agree,
that, but then
I
we
agree.
still do it.
No,
That's the
bro,
thing.
no, hear me out, okay? Look, I live with a guy, okay? I know what he's talking about. It's just that sometimes online shopping just has a better catalog.
I'm not talking about shopping. I'm
We're talking
talking
about
about
food.
online food.
Food, okay.
Mhm.
okay,
John,
okay,
like
okay.
the same thing. If I go and pick it up, it'll be 180 bucks.
Yeah,
But
Swiggy,
Swiggy is
250.
270. Yeah.
yeah, that's
You
fine.
guys
yeah.
guys need to know how to make it. If you like to eat it, you got to know how to make it.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
my dad.
that's
You
That's
got to
so
know how to
good,
make
bro.
it.
Yeah.
yeah. No, that
I
I
wanna
don't
go
think
pick
I
it
have
up,
not
bro.
learned it, bro. Even though
I
You
really
need
want to
to
learn cooking.
you
Same.
need to keep few things in mind, right? Even if it's 180 or 280 or whatever it is, right? You can afford it, but it's not good for you.
Mm,
What you're eating isn't good for you.
yeah.
But then one thing I've seen, right? I've started cooking recently.
Yeah.
So when I go buy all these items to cook, and I see the total, it's the same as the food, bro.
Is it?
But you can get
Yeah,
more
it's
out
the
of it.
same
But
Right?
you
as
get
the
the whole
food.
volume, no?
Yeah.
It's the same as a food, but then how many times you can eat that? See,
Like-
let's say you want to have chicken wings.
Yeah.
Let's say you want to have chicken wings, right? I don't know. Maybe 8 wings are about 300 rupees.
Yeah. Plan
I
B
can get
600, bro.
get a whole kilo of chicken wings for about 250 bucks.
But Aldas?
Yeah.
Forget about Aldas. I'm talking about I can get a whole
Forget
kilo
about
of
Aldas,
chicken wings.
bro.
Aldas is see, he's not going to give you value for money.
Yeah, but
Right.
Aldas gives no rat wings.
Rat wings.
Rat
Yeah,
wings.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
kidding. I'm
They are
Bat
bat
wings,
wings.
bat
Bat
wings.
wings. They are
Bat
bat
wings.
wings. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So if I want to eat chicken wings, I get a whole kilo of chicken wings for 250 bucks, and then spend another maybe 100 rupees adding all the spice and getting it done, and I could have like 4 portions of those chicken wings.
Right.
The bad thing about cooking alone, right? I'll tell you one thing. So like I spend like what, an hour or something to make something. And then I'm done. The vessels are all done. I sit to eat. And 5 minutes the food is over, bro. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
there's
no,
so
I'm
much time.
cooked like
Yeah.
1 hour.
No, but my dad cook. It takes my dad longer to eat than it does it takes him to cook.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
That's
this is another thing that I would like to say. Good, you brought this up. This is see, cooking is something that you have to do till you die, right? You will eat till you die, correct?
Yeah.
Why don't they teach you this in college? Basic.
Ooh. John learned, I
Why
think.
isn't there a
Yes.
small cooking
Shelly is doing it.
emergency
Shelly
cooking
is really
class there
living
in
life.
college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It isn't there. Why don't they teach you to change a light bulb? Why don't they teach you to
Evade
change
taxes.
Yeah.
Evade tax,
evade
yeah.
tax?
Yeah.
So in the in the sense they want you to be dependent on somebody who knows to do that.
Yeah, that's what builds the
That's how the
economy, right?
market- yeah,
That's how
yeah,
the
That's how
works.
the
I don't
market
know
is.
to
So
fix a bulb.
if you know to fix a bulb, if you know to change a tap,
Half your expenses are just
Yeah.
avoided.
Yeah.
you
no.
don't have to be dependent on a third person
It's
to
a
do
little annoying sometimes, but like sometimes I want him not to know how to do something so that we can get someone to do it. But then if it's like
Rowan, my dad does everything, at home,
is little
bro.
annoying. No, see, fuse is on now. One sec, done. Draw's broken now.
Bro,
Done.
my dad goes to my aunt's house and fixes stuff and comes back.
Same.
I feel like, bro, guys just like mechanic stuff.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
love
yeah,
I love
honestly,
doing
yeah.
No,
that.
bro,
yeah.
this
Ken,
once.
what do you do?
Bro, like bike chain and all.
I want bike
I love
chain.
it, bro.
Cycle chain.
This one time, my dad went to my great grandaunt's place and changed her telephone line.
It's not cap.
Like literally, I don't know why. You just went and changed the telephone line. Chumma.
And came back.
He came back and like, what happened? I just.
She's
changed
only
it.
happy if I get that done. So
Yeah.
she wanted those numbers and all to be inputted into that phone, and
That's so sweet.
Yeah, man. One day I'll do it for him, and then it'll all make sense. It'll all be worth it. But
you need to know. See, these are things which you can brag about.
Mm.
This give you bragging rights.
Yeah.
You know to cook biryani, yeah, it's a bragging right. How many guys know to cook biryani?
You know,
You
John?
don't. I'm not
Yes.
eating your biryani.
Pa?
He knows.
How good is it, Pops? Pretty good.
I won't be sitting here and telling you he makes biryani if it wasn't good.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And it's
Ladies.
not rocket science. It's not a big rocket science thing to be proud of.
Sorry,
It's
Nicholas,
it's
sorry.
basic, simple
Mhm.
science. It's just few ingredients put together at the right time,
Huh.
and that's it. You do anything else beyond apart from this, you're going to live to regret it.
Mm-hmm.
You will live to regret it. I've seen a lot of people who actually look
Undo.
back and say, "Yeah, I wasted my time. I
Mm.
shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that."
Yeah.
Always
Are we recording by the way?
Yeah.
always get to do what you want to do and make sure what you're doing is the right thing. Hobbies are good, right?
Okay.
Hobbies, no, I mean, there's nobody who doesn't have a hobby, but it should be a sensible hobby. It can be an expensive hobby as well, right? See, I'm into music, I'm into photography, right?
And you spend a lot of money on these things. Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on these things, but
Yeah.
then my other hobbies like audio filing, I've spent way more money than all these things.
Not to mention watches.
What's
Yeah,
what's your most
watches.
prized collection though, out of all these?
Audio files.
No,
No,
out of
anything,
all
any
the
of
your
three fields
collections.
of interest.
Yeah, okay. One for camera, one for the headphone, like the audio thing, and watches. I want to know, like,
Okay.
Most
So if
prized.
I'm talking about cameras, my 1DX Mark II
Right here,
right here
hey.
right here.
is my prize position,
Come on.
right?
Mhm.
We take care of it, Pops,
I
like a baby.
yeah, that's the reason I trusted it with Shimon.
Oh,
Oh, come on,
Hey,
bro.
bro,
Look at
no,
that,
no,
bro.
no,
Look at
I-
that. I cannot be asked, bro. I can't be asked, bro.
Check the focus if it went or not. But bro,
Most of the times it's me putting it, bro.
bro, I live with it.
I put it and take it off. Shimon.
No, I feel like Shimon is the clickbait. It's not
Yeah.
Shimon actually.
So that would be my camera. In
Okay.
cameras, this would be my prized possession.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Audio systems?
If you talk about
Audio.
audio,
It's
okay.
just the living room.
So it's just the living room.
Oh,
It's just
guys,
the
the
living
living
room which you
room.
guys have seen. So
The
I,
living
I
Bro,
have
movies
another.
there are too
yeah.
good, bro.
So that is a very passionate way what I've set up my
Yeah,
bro.
living room.
Tell me
Can-
the
can-
equipment. Just
yeah,
give me a
let's
run
just
through.
little bit, not a lot.
Bro, Nazar, bro.
So
Run through. I
what
wanna know.
I've done with
The living room.
many people call a home theater. Normally they have a AV processor which it's an amp processor
Okay.
which is connected to your TV
But
and
one amp though.
one amp. So the whole thing is
Guess how
runs
many
with
years?
one unit.
Oh.
Everything is one unit. So home theater amp, it's a 5.1
All the
channel.
wires run through this one
All
amp
the
and the
one
amp
amps.
outputs.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
video signal, the audio signal, everything get processed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
first
Standard
half,
simple stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
and the
nice.
bottom half is the amplification.
Correct,
So
correct.
five
Lovely.
channels.
How many amps you have,
pumps.
pa?
Yeah.
So what I did was because I was in the entertainment
yeah.
industry, it doesn't work like that,
Mhm.
right? Nothing works like that.
Just give
so,
the number, man. How many amps?
yeah. So what I've done is I have something which is called as an AV processor.
Yeah.
So that only processes the signal. It doesn't amplify anything. So from the processor you have something which is a power block. So you connect it to a power amplifier. So I
Mm.
have
4 amps.
I have a total of 21 power amplifiers that split into 3 blocks. So each power block is just a power block. It's just a power amp. So it's a 7 channel into 3.
Yeah.
So it's 21 channels.
You have 21 speakers, bro.
I'm-
No,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
21
yeah, yeah.
He
speakers.
doesn't
So
have
what?
20.
Here's the catch line here.
John, you're on.
So normally what happens is speakers are one speaker could be powered by only one amplifier,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So in professional speakers you have something which is called as
By
bi-amping.
amping.
So
Mm.
bi-amping, what happens is you have 2 amplifiers powering the same speaker.
The same speaker.
Yeah.
So the vocals and the high frequency gets powered by one amplifier.
Oh,
The
So this is
the
like
low
with
end
like
goes through the
shit.
other amplifier.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So all my speakers are bi-amped.
There are
So
2 amplifiers.
For every
powering
for
each
every
speaker.
speaker at home.
That's
So,
And
But there's
many
21.
people, what they do is they don't give. I've seen so many home theater setups in my life, right?
Uh-huh.
So the front speakers are huge speakers, the back speakers are huge speakers, but the center speaker is just a small chutka speaker.
Soundbar.
That's the
soundbar.
mistake.
It's a small speaker, right?
Yeah.
The main setup in a home theater system is the center speaker.
Oh.
He's the boss. 90% of any movie which is in a 5.1 or a 7.1,
Dolby, by the way.
90% Dolby Atmos,
Yeah.
any movie you're watching, 90% of the dialogue is from the center channel.
Yeah, the dialogues come from
You
the
need
center.
to
mono.
give
Yeah.
emphasis to the center channel.
Yeah.
So I have 2 center speakers which are bi-amped.
Yeah.
I'm
So
loving
that's
it.
it's-
equal
it's-
to
it's
4
great.
speakers.
It's
So that's
wonderful,
equivalent
bro.
to 4 speakers.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
loving it.
Basically, it's good.
it's very
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So
Above
that
average.
is
What
that
are the
is
speakers you use,
that
by the way, the
is
name? I
pardon?
mean, like the speakers.
Marantz. Wait, I know,
Okay.
I know.
Go, let's see, John.
Marantz
Yeah.
Huh.
for the subwoofers.
No.
Gone, gone,
one,
gone.
no.
Shot
No.
down.
No,
Okay.
I know. Marantz is the the black boxes.
I have a Marantz AV processor.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
I got it. Folk audio for the tweeters and the sidebars.
Polk audio are my speakers. I
Yeah.
wanted to go for Klipsch.
Mm.
Yeah, but then
Klipsch
clips
is very sensitive, highly sensitive. It's very fatiguing to your ears. You
Yeah.
can't sit and watch a movie. You'll
clips
start,
is ass.
wanting to get up and go, walk away.
Yeah, and then your son here recommends Blopunk.
He recommended
Yeah,
Blapunk to me.
for certain things. So
Blapunk is a German brand.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so headphones and small
Gugu.
IEMs and all that, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's speakers, but now moving on to watches, which
Watches,
we can
No,
blur out.
moving on to headphones. So
Oh,
that
oh,
is
headphones.
one passion.
Okay, wait,
okay.
Didn't he do all the wiring
just
for
the-
your
this is
He
just
did
the-
sound
no, he
I did
system as
everything
well?
myself.
He
Yeah.
made the cable and made everything.
Yeah, I made
Yeah.
the cables.
Platinum, right?
Yeah. No, gold
Gold-coated, oxygen-free.
OFC cables.
Okay.
Yes.
I had to get it measured and
Could not hear the
I
end of
made
it.
it myself.
Even I've heard it twice already.
Yeah.
Okay. Headphones.
Headphones.
Yeah, headphones. So headphones is another very passionate
Bro, this is so bad.
game of mine,
Uh.
hobby of mine, because when you listen to music on your home theater system or in a public kind of a system, you really don't get to listen to it the way it's supposed
It's
to be
not
heard.
intimate, bro.
It's not intimate in the sense you need a setup like this where everything is soundproof, where everything is silent, you don't hear any ambient noise.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nobody can afford to have a setup like that. Right?
Nobody
Very few
can.
people could, but no,
Shut
not
up.
many can. So the best way to actually enjoy something,
Like
a
that.
good listening session, would be if you have a good source connected to good IEMs. So I wouldn't even say earphones, I would say IEMs.
Oh, yeah.
Flat.
In your monitors.
Yeah,
if
in
you're
your monitor. So
Yeah.
when you listen to
you,
something which is, let's say, on a JH Audio Roxanne, you wouldn't have heard of. I think
Toto.
none of you guys have heard of JH Audio.
JH Audio is an audio
JH Audio is a
company.
brand.
Oh, I thought listening to Roxanne. was-
No, so JH Audio is a guy.
Bro said Toto.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah. Toto has a song
Rock.
Called
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Yeah.
But I feel like
So,
it's best you just tell us the price
headphone.
possession because we're running out.
I'll tell you that's what I'm coming to.
Yeah,
the
he's
price
coming to
possession.
enjoy
Hey,
the
Macha, I
things.
live with them, bro. I can
Would
see.
would be my IEMs.
Okay.
Right? I would value them more than all these things.
Everything
Yeah, everything in the sense they are very personal to me.
to you.
Yeah, and also it costs a lot.
Yeah, it costs a lot. So JH is a guy. JH Audio is a guy named Jerry Harvey. So this guy was a sound engineer for a couple of the rock musicians. So he started his own
Yeah.
IEM
Right.
manufacturing thing, and you name it. If you look at his profile, JH Audio, who uses JH Audio, is the who of who's in the music industry
Fair.
in alphabetical order. Everyone, you name it, starting from AC/DC to ZZ Top, everyone uses JH Audio. I mean,
Mhm.
and it's an intimate piece of equipment because I had a mold made for my ear from an
Okay,
audiologist,
okay.
right?
The levels are being
Okay,
understood.
Yeah,
That's what-
so
I
I
wanted
made a
40
got a
how deep
mold
it
made
is.
for my ear, and here's the catch line. Normally, you would have heard of speakers, you would have heard of IEMs, you would have heard of headphones having one driver per ear.
No,
Yes.
but not drivers, but people.
Please,
James
come on,
Yeah,
John.
let's
So-
hear,
John,
let's hear.
John,
so
please.
my
John, you don't want to be here. Get out. She won't come in.
So my intimate listening sessions, one of them happened to be the JH Audio, where I have 12 drivers per
That's
side.
crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
So I have 4 for bass, 4 for mid, 4 for treble.
What? Bro, by the way, if you all use earphones, you have one driver that outputs everything you
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
This
That's called
12
a dynamic driver.
Yeah, dude, 12 drivers is
Okay.
Per side.
per side. So
So I'm
20.
listening to it.
So you
from
have 20.
24 drivers delivering that sound to you, which goes through a crossover network. It's not that
Oh.
what you hear on the the bass drivers, you won't hear the vocals in that. Right? So everything is split up. So there's a crossover there, and
Insane
it
to
sounds. I mean, I can't compare it to anything. Even though I'm a guy who's very much into home theater, even though I'm a guy who's very much into listening to music in a public setup, there isn't a comparison that you can't even hold a candle to
Yeah,
something
this
like
blows
that.
out of the park,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
All of that just for John
What?
to listen to Ice Spice.
Yeah, bro.
John, cheat.
அடுத்து இப்படி இருக்கு.
Okay,
What, moving
last one,
on.
watches.
No, we can't have
now.
earphone in it.
Watches,
I need to know.
Yeah,
Watches,
Oh
big one.
God. Can we blur out the names specifically?
watches. I would say the tags.
He has
I got
tags,
a
yeah.
couple
Really?
of tags.
He
Yeah,
likes tags, yeah.
But
I love tags.
tags are like a very niche liking, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He
I
Not a
likes
lot
love
of people like
tags.
tags.
Yeah.
I love the tags because of the way it
The
works,
build.
the
Yeah.
build, and
Very
there's
industrial.
nothing fancy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The Rolex doesn't matter.
Oh,
Rolex is something that is a
Just for the
it's a
sake.
statement piece, but
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
as
he's
such.
wearing so he's wearing a Citizen or something right now.
Yeah, so
Bro, those are classic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
this
yeah.
was a
Classic.
watch that I picked up when I first went to Dubai.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
Citizen.
I got the battery changed like after about 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
wearing it because of that.
Yeah.
I was talking to John about the Seiko 5 series.
Seiko 5,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first started earning,
Yeah.
earning, that's my first watch.
Yeah. So I got the heirloom.
See, guys, you pick
Mm.
up a nice watch. You need to have it because normally we guys don't wear jewelry.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is like
Yeah.
a.
You need to
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
watch,
Yeah.
but don't over splurge on it because it's only going to tell you the time. Right?
Hey.
But again,
No, no, no,
this question was asked.
What do you say?
Every watch shows the time, correct? But then when you wear the right watch, it tells others what time you're living in.
Bro!
Omega.
It tells others what time you're living in.
So what's your favorite watch brand apart from Tag? Omega or Rolex?
Oh, Omega Rolex, yeah.
No, actually, apart from my other favorite brand was the
Audemars.
I'll tell you. No.
If an Audemars comes into the house and he doesn't give me 40 rupees when I ask for it, that's this thing. Pa, I want 40 rupees after the shoot.
It's Fossil.
Really fossil.
Fossil,
The
really.
reason is
Seriously?
the reason is
Fossil.
when you wear these watches which are not that expensive, you really don't care whether I bang it somewhere, whether I tap it somewhere.
Okay.
This is like just keep it like
He's covering it.
keep it like this.
I don't want anyone to
I
see.
don't want anyone to
You
see.
say that, but you have very little fossils, pa.
Yeah, I have one Fossil.
Yeah,
That
it's his
is fine
favorite,
everywhere.
favorite
my-
brand, but then that's
That he
not.
just-
Yeah,
I like my Casio.
Bad
given
man.
given a choice between a Rolex and a Casio
I'm
to
taking
wear
Rolex.
for life,
I would wear a Casio.
I would wear a
guys,
Casio.
Any
come,
day.
Come
Any
on, guys. Seriously.
I would wear a
So
The
you-
battery on a Casio
Oh.
lasts you for
back-
about 5 years, 6
Get
years.
an automatic Rolex then. No.
You need to keep shaking your
Yeah,
hand. the
just,
whole time.
I was like, so if someone came to you with what an Oyster Perpetual or something, not even let's say like a Sky Dweller or something, a nice Sky Dweller, blue dial, platinum band, or a Casio, you're taking the Casio.
Yes.
I would.
Shut your mouth,
Again, you're
Ken.
stupid.
I would,
For
I would
life.
definitely take the Sky Dweller. Yeah, I would take the Sky Dweller.
Yes,
But,
get it. You can buy a Casio for $3,000.
For life, bro. Wherever I'm sleeping, I'm wearing.
See,
your-
the Casios are
Sleeping around
more of a
over there.
nostalgia.
See, I'm wearing a Casio. I like Casio,
bro,
but if
it's
someone
attached to your hand. Let's say it's attached to your hand. I would
Sky
not have
Dweller,
a Sky Dweller
Sky Dweller,
attached
bro.
to my hand.
I would have a Sky Dweller attached to my hand.
Actually, there's another one which is also one of my favorites. It's a Paneri,
Oh yeah, Luminar.
Luminar. Paneri.
Luminar.
So
Yeah.
that is.
They don't know about all these ones.
Yeah, this is so niche, bro.
That is
Yeah.
that is one of my
It's
all-time classic watches.
Sylvester Stallone's watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stallone
for real?
wore that watch. Yeah,
In,
right.
yeah.
Great.
It's got a power reserve. It's got a 60 hour power reserve, and
It has like a manual wind up as well.
yeah, manual wind up, and it's
Yeah.
a huge watch. I mean, you can clout someone with it.
You can
just
sock
take
so.
it up and knock his teeth out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, so,
So
let's.
no. Let's
oh.
wrap up with
Yeah, let's
an
wrap up,
emotional segment. Pa, what's your views on me?
What's my views on you?
This is why you
Keep it
got
short,
him a
keep it
job.
short.
Yeah, bro. I need like some love, bro.
Keep
'cause
it short, Pub.
No, Nikki gets all the love I feel.
short,
Bro.
keep it
Yeah, actually, who's your favorite child, Pops? John or Nikki?
No, both are my favorite. child.
Pa, shut up,
children.
Pa. Come on.
I can't differentiate whether I like my left eye more or my right eye.
No,
more.
I like my right eye a lot more than my
don't
left
like
eye.
No, You
Yeah.
can't differentiate.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Of course I
No,
can.
you
My
can't.
left eye has more power than my right.
Both eyes, because of both eyes, you're looking at 3D.
God
Bro, these guys
damn.
behind the camera, they're just blinking. These guys, oh,
Okay, but
child
then when you were having a child,
Hmm.
did you want a boy child or a girl child, pa?
See,
You know, yeah, I
the
wanna know.
notion of having a boy child or a girl child is asking a person asking a very narrow-minded question to a person,
I want a boy
John.
child.
right? I to be honest with you, luck changed for me the day my daughter was born.
Oh,
Everything
answer
changed.
is
You know,
on.
everything changed,
Yeah.
and I wasn't, saying why did I get a girl. I was actually happy because we don't decide what we get. God gives you what He wants to give you, right? And then if you're unhappy with what He's given you, I think that's a very
thing.
wrong way of looking at it.
Talk
Pops,
about
so
Dicky, by
Pops
the
gave
way,
me
still.
the answer who his favorite child
Yeah,
is.
but
No,
my
not really.
emotion.
Not really.
I thought it's gonna
John
be-
T. See, John T. is a person who is
Yeah.
more closely associated with me because what he does is something about is as good as something as what I did at that age. But what my daughter does
He's gonna go home and so blow
is,
smoke the past.
yeah, it doesn't add up to anything.
Nothing, but I thought it was going to be one of those sad episodes where like, I woke up the camera, I start crying, but no, he just Brian.
You need to be sensitive towards a girl.
Yeah.
You need to be you can't expect them to do the things that
But then
I
again,
would
it's
expect
Nikki.
him to do.
Yeah.
The reason I expect him to do it is because it's part of training. It's part of his life. Tomorrow he would have to do it. So it's better I teach him to do it.
Nikki is screwed.
Not him. In fact, any one of you also.
Yeah.
So when you get married, you'll be doing all sorts of things which you never ever did for your parents.
Yeah.
So
Pops,
yeah,
two very, very important life tips to close it all.
always be in control of yourself. Never ever forget who you are. Don't ever forget your roots.
Okay.
Right? Always remember that. Always remember that. Okay. The second life tip would be always make sure that you remember your parents. What they have sacrificed for you, what they have done for you. It no matter what you do for them, you cannot repay them.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
debt
It's
that
a
you
debt
can't
that cannot
pay.
be
Yeah.
repaid. It's a debt that is only taken forward, carried forward.
We
Right? You
learned
cannot
that
repay
in
that debt.
tax.
What about the
What,
kids who
next
haven't
3 years,
had
huh?
like good parents at all? Like they hate their parents. Like they don't have good parents. Like the parents
Yeah,
are
there's some
inherently
kids like
Define
that.
good parents. What do you mean by
present. Parents who are present. Parents who
Parents who are like you, parents who are like you, pa.
Okay.
That's it, right? That's what he
No,
asked.
Yeah.
see, in the sense, parents to them they would have done the best possible
under
for
their
their kids,
circumstances.
for their under the circumstances. So
Yeah.
if that doesn't make the child happy, right? I think the child needs to change his point of view.
So what if the
Because
parents are abusive or like drug addicts or like
then it is a very sad state of affairs. And then what actually
Stop,
happens
don't
is
laugh.
what I would advise people who are in that scenario is
Uh-huh.
don't carry that forward to the next generation.
Yeah.
When you are in that position,
break it? Yeah.
don't do that.
That's true.
Because if you suffered for a certain reason,
At
Don't
least
make
let it
your
count.
kids
Break the
suffer.
cycle.
Yeah, at least let
just
it
break
count.
the cycle. Yeah, there's no point of taking revenge and payback.
So pretty much, my dad tells me to do a lot of things, and I got cancelled for this before for some reason. But my dad keeps telling me to do things because I'm a boy. Because I'm a boy. So what exactly does that mean?
That means exactly by what I tell you. Because as a boy, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Right? You carry a lot of burden on your shoulders. So
Yeah.
you need to be able to handle that burden in a very efficient way.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to handle that. See, because one thing is very clear: we guys never grow up. In our mind, we are still kids.
Okay.
We are still kids.
Mm.
It's the women who mature and who grow up faster than us.
Mm.
So we want to maintain that balance. We need to do things out of the way. We need to do things which even you don't like smiling. It may hurt you, but you'll still have to do it. That is something that is going to keep you happy for the rest of your life. But if you grumble about the small things that are asked of you, yeah. So you need to grow up. I want to see all you guys growing up, being successful in life, being sensitive people, being sensitive to your family, being sensitive to your partner, being sensitive to people around you. That's what makes you a great person. The
Damn.
greatness of a person is being sensitive. How sensitive you are. to your needs,
Yeah.
right? That's what it is. So if you are sensitive, don't hesitate to show your emotions out, but not to everyone. You want to cry in front of your partner, don't sit there and hold a handkerchief and cry. Go to the bathroom and cry. They should, no, in the sense,
Yeah, I
don't
get it.
show them your weakness, because the moment you show them your weakness,
Leverage.
anyone will try to
Yeah.
break you with that.
Yeah,
Okay, this really screws up his mind. Let me hit him with this.
that's what.
Yeah,
That's
but
what.
if you can't trust your partner with that power, then like
That's not
you're
your
not being
partner.
vulnerable.
It's not that. It's not that. You will come across situations where friends will try to hurt you.
Yeah,
Society
I
will
don't
try
think he's
to hurt
talking
you.
about partners
Oh,
like
okay,
in that
okay.
sense.
Yeah.
It could be any scenario. So don't show them what your weakness is.
Yeah, you guys
Keep your
don't know
weakness
what
to
my
yourself.
weakness is, bro. Like,
Weakness is for you. So
Weakness is for you.
yes.
Strengths are for others.
was
Weakness
it?
is for
Weakness
you.
is for you.
yourself,
Strengths
is for others.
Yes.
Thank you for watching,
Saying
guys.
Undercity,
This is
guys.
my.
This
This has been
was
my dad,
Pops.
David Walton. Here.
Not
Okay,
my,
Our
our.
dad.
It's been our
Our
dad.
dad.
Our pops.
Thank
Mr.
you for
David
coming.
Walton, thank you for coming.
Let's go.
Subscribe.
Good
What an
episode, guys.
episode.
What an
bro.
episode, bro.
GG.
See you.
That's it.